339 and Morgan Nyquist goes through. And then goes Luke Van Lissel. So, in the Expert 600 Limited, it looks like Aiden Johnson was your winner. Derek Coletti. Up there is Keelan Downs going through. And here comes the 36 of Mike Carver. He's second in our Masters division. Adam, Aiden Johnson right now in the 77 was our Expert 600 Limited, brought to you by Fly Racing, by Carver Performance. Took the fastest time. Derek Coletti was second on the 212. The 122 is Oliver Olson. The 411 is Anakin Bosek. Then the 825 of Keegan Hauser. John Arneson took the win in the Masters division. Then comes Mike Carver. Hey drivers, look alive. In order to get the added cash purse, we need you to stick around. We get it collectively. We want our first, second, and third to go up, grab your trophy, get a picture taken, and then that's where they're going to be handing you the cash purse. We cannot mail you the added cash purse as it comes directly from Okoboji. So, in staging, we're looking for our Semi-Pro Factory 600 drivers. John Arneson was our Masters winner. In our Sports 600 stock, Arneson was our winner. Second place was Jesse Hallstrom. The 21 of Carter Hulke was third. Trent Rearson fourth, and Luke Van Lissel fifth. Staging is looking for the who was the last one? Caleb Nyman, we need you in staging, and we need Mitch Sebastian in staging.
SiriusXM, chill, down tempo,
in state. Vince Van Slyke, Marshall Bussey, Paul Brown, Dustin Schwant, Bo Bunky, Abe Olson, Even Peppel, Cody Wolter, Caleb Nyman, Craig Ritzinger, Orion Bosek, Brandon Wolter, Mitch Sebastian, Nicholas Nyquist, Dayton Moyle, Brant Weber, Todd Severson, Braze Potacek, Braden Sillerud, and Dalton Halverson, and Austin Dozie should all be in staging right now. This is the FXR Semi-Pro Factory 600. This is one of our feature event of the day.
Billy happened to me.
Hope I don't die inside a plane.
So coming up next will be a 6-lap Supermoto heads-up racing. Winner is not timed. It goes by virtue. Who comes across that finish line first, second, and third will go to the podium and share the $750 cash purse. $400 added purse to our race winner today, $200 to second place, and $150 to third. That's in addition to their normal purse, their normal division purse, so the dollars are going to add up quick there. This is the FXR Semi-Pro Factory 600, and we'll be pulling them out shortly. Qualified 21st. On the 324 Polaris out of Hortonville, Wisconsin is Austin Dozie. Qualified 20th. This will be our back row, by the way. Is the 533 Skidoo out of Monticello, Minnesota, of Dalton Halverson. 19th qualifier is the 217 Arctic out of Pelican Rapids, Minnesota, Braden Sillerud. 18th qualifier is the number 3 Arctic Cat out of Warren, Minnesota, Brian Potacek. 17th qualifier on the 450 Arctic Cat out of North Fond du Lac, Wisconsin is Todd Severson, and qualified 16th. The 523 Polaris out of Neosho, Wisconsin is Dayton Moyle. We move to the, is Grant Weber. We move to the third row. Qualified 15th, the number 66 Arctic Cat out of Houghton, Michigan. That is Martin Moyle. Qualified 14th in the third row is the 336 Arctic Cat out of Moorhead, Minnesota, Nicholas Nyquist. Qualified 13th is the Arctic Cat out of Spencer, Iowa, of Mitch Sebastian. Qualified 12th is the 107 Polaris out of Walker, Minnesota, of Brandon Wolter. And qualified 11th on the number 11 Polaris out of Garfield, Minnesota is Orion Bosek. Moving to the second row. Second row is our 10th qualifier. Driving the 196 Skidoo out of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin is Craig Ritzinger. Qualified 9th. The 94 Arctic Cat out of Plummer, Minnesota. That's Caleb Nyman. 8th qualifier on the 143. Driving the Polaris out of Fergus Falls, Minnesota is Cody Wolter. 7th qualifier on the 188 out of Roseau, Minnesota is Even Heppel. 6th qualifier is the 223 Arctic Canada Thief River Falls, Minnesota of Abe Olson. Here is your front row. And here they come. Our 5th qualifier on the 874 Polaris out of Roseau, Minnesota is Bo Bunky. Our 4th qualifier on the 326 Arctic Canada Fox Lake, Wisconsin, Dustin Schwant. Our 3rd qualifier on the 173 Arctic Cat out of Hanover, Minnesota is Paul Brown. The number 711, our 2nd qualifier, 2nd fastest time, goes to the Polaris out of Green Bay, Wisconsin of Marshall Bussey. Our pole sitter in the front row for this FXR Semi-Pro Factory 600, fastest time coming into qualifying on the Polaris out of Brainerd, Minnesota, the number 81 of Vince Van Slyke. Getting them staged up, we're going to have 4 rows of carnage. Here it comes. Three rows now on the line. Here comes the 4th and final row. It is quite busy out there right now. Again, that front row. Bo Bunky, Dustin Schwant, Paul Brown, Marshall Bussey, and Vince Van Slyke. The real battle yesterday was between Paul Brown and Vince Van Slyke in our semi-pro improved stock final yesterday. Will this repeat? Jantita just rolled in. Jantita's got a quick public message here for you, Racer.
Hey, we have some Okoboji swag bags for you racers. So if you weren't there Friday night at check-in, we welcome you to our Dickinson County tailgate trailer, which is just kind of out by the Barefoot Bar. And also, if you ordered any Okoboji clothing, Okoboji 100 race clothing, it should be there as well. And if you are interested in ordering clothing, you can order those at DickinsonCountySnowhawks.com.
We're under starters orders. Our lead flagman, Jared Bjornby, takes a good look at him. The flag goes down. We're green.
Close my eyes and drift into the silence.
FXR Semi-Pro Factory 6s go. Second group goes out. Third group goes out. Fourth group goes out. And everybody is looking green. Great battle on that back straightaway. Sleds kind of finding their pace right now.
Let the love light got me home. Hearts are empty almost all the time. Blind devising ways to lead the blind. And it seems as if
this will be 6 laps. 60-mile race. Keeping the sled together, keeping the driver together, all of those are quite important.
Tangled in the hanging tree.
This is just excruciating waiting for these guys. Where are they? Again, there's clearly over 3 miles of the track that is unviewable from where we are, and We'll let you know, though, as we know. FXR brought to you this Semi-Pro 600 Factory Division. Our last race of the day will be coming up next. It will be our Polaris Industries Pro Factory 600. $5,000 added cash purse on that one, added outside of the normal race purse. Our winner today will be taking home an additional check for $2,500. Second place will bring home $1,750. Third will take home $750. So there's some money to be won. Here come our drivers.
Type, click, swipe. Over to Alt Nation and become a music director to share your alternative music
Who dat coming around first?
opinions. And
Appears to be Paul Brown on the 173. Giving chase, I believe, is Van Slyke. Boy, that's a... There it is. That is Paul Brown, early race leader, Van Slyke giving chase. This is just reminiscent of, yes, and Marshall Bussey running in the 3 spot right now. The, Bo Buggy is currently running 4th, Abe Olson 5th, Dustin Schwant 6th, Peppel 6th, or 8th rather, excuse me. Caleb Diamond is 9, and Cody Walter is 10th. All right, now I don't know if you caught that when they came around, but the black flag was waving for 2 drivers that jumped the start, and that is a disqualification. So, okay, actually it's not a disqualification. Forgive me on that, folks, that's not actually true. You just have to fall back in the pack. And the one driver did allow 3 to fall back, and now a rolled black flag. This is per our rule book. Pointed to you by flagmans, you're being warned for either a driver conduct issue or equipment failure. If the conduct resulted in the warning does not improve or the equipment is not repaired, a full black flag will result. A full black flag, which is unrolled, will be that you will be required to stop at the start-finish line. Does not necessarily mean you're disqualified. It's at the race director's discretion of the time penalty. Brown was our first receptor of our black flag, but he wisely, the 173 of Paul Brown took his time penalty and allowed the drivers to position around him. So he rolled 3 positions back. We also had a false start. So our two benefactors of the black flag for a false start was Paul Brown of 173. However, our race director flagged him and he fell back the 3 positions that was required of him. Also was with a false start is the 223 of Abe Olson. Now Abe has not taken his penalty yet on his Articat for his false start. So he will have to relinquish some positions and or the race director will communicate what the penalty is for that as they come around. Y'all gotta start same time, you know. No jumpy. Here come our drivers. Is this going to be Van Slyke on the 81, Polaris? Of course, Paul Brown had to fall back 3 positions, so he's got his work cut out to get back up into the mix for him. It is. It's Van Slyke, and then Vine Lysol, then Paul Brown. Then Paul Bo Bunky, then Abe Olson. Then Dustin Schwant. Dustin Schwant in the 6th position. Peppel 7th. Wolter 8th. Ritzinger 9th. Bosek 10th. Brandon Wolter 11th. There's the 12th of Nicholas Nyquist with Grant Weber right on the tail. There's the 14 of Mitch Sebastian going, or not the 14, but 14th position of Mitch Sebastian. There's Todd Severson crossing for 15th. And Dayton Moyle crossing for 16th. So what we know is Abe Olson was also penalized. Don't know if that has been issued or fulfilled yet. Dayton Moyle currently running 16th. Then Dalton Halverson, 17th, and then Braden Sillerud would be 18th.
Alternative Nation.
Okay, racers, look alive. I've got some finals to introduce to you. This is the final. When I call the top three, you are requested to go up to Snappers, where they are going to have a trophy presentation and you pick up your added cash purse. You must be present to get that. And I'm going to be calling you up here in just a minute. We're going to be calling our Masters 40, our Pro Factory women, and our Sport 600 Improved Stockers. So when you hear your name, if you're in the top three, you need to make your way up there immediately to get paid. Here's what it looks like. We're just taking a look at a rogue driver here coming through. In our Masters 40 plus, third place overall for the weekend is the 147 Polaris of Anthony Slack. Second place overall in the Masters 40 plus on the Articat is Mike Carver on the number 36. And our race winner in the Masters 40 plus is the number 190 of John Arneson. Anthony Slack, Mike Carver, and John Arneson, make your way up to the restaurant for the trophy presentation, and you can pick up your cash. Pro Factory Women's, fourth place overall on the 42 Articat out of Beltrami, Minnesota was McKenna Close. Third place overall was the Polaris out of Wisconsin, the number 7 of Leah Bauer. Second place overall was the number 444 Skidoo of Lydia Sobek. And our race winner, the number 1 card, goes to the 402 Polaris of Savannah Landrus. So Leah Bauer, Lydia Sobek, and Savannah Landrus, you are wanted up at Snappers at the restaurant for a trophy presentation and to pay you. Sport 600 Improved Stock. Our 10th place finisher was Trent Ryerson. 9th place finisher was the 651 of David Miller. Our 8th place finisher was the 131 of Luke Christensen. 7th place overall was the 339 of Morgan Nyquist. And 6th place overall was the 153 of McGuire Stanisowski. This is the Sport 600 Improved Stock, brought to you by Skidoo, and here are your top 5. Your 5th place overall in the Sport 600 Improved Stock, the number 88 is Dawson Dyson. He's on the Articat. 4th place was the 136 Articat of Jesse Hallstrom. 3rd place, podium, driving the 444 Skidoo is Lydia Sobek. 2nd place overall in our Sport 600 Improved Stock, the 228 of Luke Van Lysel. And our champion for the weekend in our Sport 600 Improved Stock on the Articat was John Arneson. Arneson, Van Lysel, and Lydia Sobek, you are wanted up at Snappers to pick up your trophies and your cash purse. They will meet you there, and we need you there now. Starting on lap number 3, there goes the 81 of Vince Van Slyke. Then Marshall Bussey running in the 2 spot and Paul Brown in the 3 spot. There's Bo Bunky running around the 4th, Abe Olson in 5th, even Evan Papel in 6th. That's Dustin Schwantz 7th. Cody Wolter currently running 8th as he goes through the traps. There's Craig Ritzinger in the 9th position. And then the 11 of Ryan Obosek running out the top 11. That was Brandon Wolter running in the 11th position. So, we have more finals to announce. Junior 10 to 13. Fourth place overall on the 68 Articat was Riley Clark. Third place overall on the number 8 Articat, and this is in the juniors 10 to 13, that was Brady Wadena. Second place overall, juniors 10 to 13 on the Polaris was Jackson Hammer. And our race champion for the weekend in our junior 10 to 13 division on the Articat is Elliott Clark. So we need Elliott Clark, Jackson Hammer, and Brady Wadena to make their way up to Snappers to get your awards, trophies, and payout. In our junior 10 to 13 girls division, our champion for the weekend is the 228 Articat of Danica Dyson. Danica, make your way up to Snappers to pick up your cash purse and your trophies. Moving on to the junior 14 and 17. Brought to you by Studboy Traction. 10th overall for the weekend on the Articat, the number 21 of Maverick Broden. 9th overall on the Skidoo is the 618 of Jack Bartman. 8th overall, driving the 216. And again, this is junior 14 to 17 on the Articat is Luke Omang. 7th overall for the weekend on the 115 Articat is Dawson Darko. 6th overall on the Articat is Keegan Hauser. Here are our top 5 in our Studboy Traction, junior 14 to 17. 5th place overall, driving the 469 Articat, that's Aiden Olson. 4th qualifier is the 212 Articat of Derek Cloetti. Here are your podium finishers. 3rd place overall on the Polaris, Anakin Bosek. And 2nd place overall, the 122 Polaris of Oliver Olson. Our champion for the weekend, junior 14 to 17, the Articat of Aiden Johnson. Anakin Bosek, Oliver Olson, and Aiden Johnson, please make your way up to Snappers where you're going to get your trophy and your payout. We need you to go together as a group, collectively. Bosek, Olson, Johnson. We also called earlier Danica Deason. We also called Brady Wadena, Jackson Hammer, and Elliott Clark. All head on up. In our junior 14 to 17 girls division, brought to you by Caliber Performance. On the Articat, 2nd place overall was the 354 of Frankie Omang. And our champion in our junior 14 to 17 girls on the Articat is Annie Olson on the 886. Frankie Omang and Annie Olson, please make your way up to Snappers for the trophy and the payout. Sport Women's. 2nd place overall on the Polaris is Emily Kruger, and our champion for the weekend in our Sport Women's division on the Articat is Gabby Hallstrom. Our champion in our Vintage division was the 522 of Paul Sillerud, so we need Paul Sillerud, Emily Kruzinger, and Gabby Hallstrom to make your way on up to Snappers for your trophy and for your payout. Here we go. Here come our drivers. Who's it going to be? It's still Vince Van Slyke on the Polaris, being tracked down by Marshall Bussey, also on the Polaris, and then Brown on the Arctic Cat. Semi-Pro Factory, 600 drivers. Joe Bunky in the 4th position. Abe Olson in the 5th. There goes Bosek and Wolter. The battle of 10th and 11th position right now. Now the look back to the battle for 12th, 13th, and 14th right now. Nicholas Nyquist there. Grant Weber. And then Mitch Sebastian, 14th. And Todd Teverson in that 15th position. That's a look at Dalton Halverson and Brandon Sillerwood go through. We got a couple race fans out there, and you got a dog. We just need you behind the snow fencing, please. If you look over to your right, if you've got a dog on a leash right now, we need you to be behind the snow fence. If you happen to own a Dalmatian, there it is. Thank you so much. Just want you behind the snow fencing. Appreciate that. It's a safety thing.
Okay. New Alt Nation music. Canucks with Foster the People. All about you.
Days that can feel so long. I've been hanging on to a sad love song. Nights never came to dawn. They went on and on when you pulled me out. And before I knew I became all about you.
Want to thank all of the major sponsors for making this event and this series work. Arctic Cat, Polaris, Yamaha Outdoor, and Skidoo, the big four manufacturers. Also want to thank FXR Racing, the official apparel of the Core Power Sports. Nelson Leasing, CNA Pro Skis, Fowler Parts Supply, Fox Shocks, Caliber Products, OSM Magazine, Stud Boy Traction Products, Carver Performance, Woody's Traction Products, Fly Racing, Bikeman Performance, Power Mad, 139 Designs, Northern Chill, Rock Speed Effects, Bite Harder, and Polaris 365. Here come our race leaders. It appears to be remaining static still. Van Slyke being the race leader, and Bussy trying to reel him in. And then Paul Brown, that's how they started, was 1, 2, 3, and that's how it's remaining. 1 to go for Vince Van Slyke. Marshall Bussy yet second. Paul Brown third. Check out the interval now from third to fourth. Oh man, they are just checked out, our top three. The look at fourth position right now. That's Joe Bunky, or Bo Bunky rather, then Abe Olson, and then even Pepple. Justin Schwad goes through, Caleb Diamond goes next. Cody Walter going on through for the 8th position. There's 9th position of Craig Ritzinger. Then Brandon Walter on the 107 running 10th. Orion Bosick 11th. There's the 523 of Grant Weber coming in 12th. There's Nick. Oh, no. Check that. That's Dayton Moyle running in the 13th spot of the 66. 14th spot goes to Nicholas Nyson. Mitch Sebastian currently running 15. Todd Severson running the 16th position.
Nation.
And then the long look back at 17th through 20th, our back row.
There is whiskey in the water, and there is death upon the vine. There is fear in the eyes of your father, and there is yours and there is mine.
That was Dalton Halverson going through, Braden Sillerwood going through.
And there's a city of 7 hills, and all our debris flows to the ocean. To meet again, I hope it will. How could something so fair be so cruel when this black sun revolved around you?
Check out this interval now. There is a huge interval now. Might I guess that that's Vince Van Slyke. He is not going to let what happened yesterday. He is not going to allow that getting past on that whole last lap thing. Folks, put your hands together. It's unofficial till he clears tech, but it sure looks like to me. Our champion is Van Slyke, and Brown on the last lap gets by Bussy. It takes a look back. Brown on last-ditch effort gets by to capture second. Bussy not impressed. Not happy boy. I mean, down to that last couple laps, Brown was hunting and got him. There's a look at fourth place right now. Bo Bunky, then Evan Peppel. Sixth place, Abe Olson. There comes our champion down victory lane. It is Vince Van Slyke. Then Paul Brown second, Bussy third. Fourth was Bo Bunky. Fifth, Evan Peppel. Sixth was Abe Olson. Seventh, Dustin Schwant. Eighth, Cody Walter. Ninth, Craig Ritzinger. 10th, Brandon Wolter. 11th, Ryan Bosak. There's a look at 12th place of Grant Weber. 13th of Dayton Moyle. 14th position is Nicholas Nyquist. 15th was Mitch Sebastian. 16th was Todd Severson. And the long look back to that final row. Top five are in tech inspection right now. Here comes the race for 17th, 18th, 19th position. Dalton Harberson will take 17th, then Braden Silleru at 18th. And then we'll have Austin Dowsky and Blake Park. Again, our top five. 5th place overall was Evan Peppel. 4th place overall was Bo Bunky. 3rd place overall, the 7-Eleven of Marshall Bussy. 2nd place, 173 of Paul Brown. And unofficially, our champ on the number 81, Vince Van Slyke. So we, again, waiting for all clear from our officials.
Made with
Looking for the 473 in staging of Travis Faust. 473 of Travis Faust, we need you here. I'm going to give you round 4 finalists, and then we're going to shut that down so we can watch our pro final. In our Classic Division, 7th place overall was the 517 of McCain Jennings. 6th place overall was the 651 Articat of David Miller. 5th place overall was the 811 Polaris of Casey Cadott. 4th place was the 987 Polaris of Kellen Geisler. Here are your top 3, and they are to report up to Snappers to get your cash payout and your trophies. 3rd place in the Classic Division on the Articat, number 2 of Travis Longton. 2nd place in the final was the 232 Polaris of Ryan Derrick. And our champion for the weekend in our Fox Shocks Classic Division was the 149 of Adam Longton. Travis Longton, Ryan Derrick, and Adam Longton, you are wanted to head on up to Snappers. Our Power Mad Trail Vision, here's how it shook out in the end. 5th place overall on the Yamaha, on the 246 is Nick Thompson. 4th place overall, the number 7 Yamaha is Mark Miller. Here are the top 3 in our trail division, brought to you by Power Mad. You 3 will go up to Snappers to the trailer for your award ceremony, your trophy and your cash payout, and I'm talking about 3rd place overall on the 152 Skidoo of Andrew Sullivan. 2nd place overall, the Polaris. The number 14 is Jonathan Eggleston, and our champion for the weekend in our trail division on the number 277 Skidoo of Nicholas Wenninger. So we should have Adam Longton, Ryan Derrick, and Travis Longton on the way up to the awards area for your classic victories. And in our trail vision, we should have Andrew Sullivan, Jonathan Eggleston, and Nicholas Wenninger on your way up there now. Say, we unofficially on that trail, we're looking at something here. So we want Eggleston, Sullivan, Miller to sit tight. Wenninger, we want you to sit tight until we call up who actually were our top three. Found a little bit of an inconsistency here, so we're going to get that straightened around. So those trail finals is unofficial, and we're going to hang tight on that one. Our Polaris Industries Pro Factory 6 race is coming to the deck next, folks. This is our last race of the day, and it will be lit. Here is your race order for our Polaris Industries Pro Factory 600. By the way, there's $5,000 added cash purse. The winner of today's event is going to take home a cool $2,500 check. Second place is going to take home a nice check of $1,750, and third, $750. Here is your race order. We're going to have 4 lanes. In the 4th lane, our 19th qualifier, driving the Arctic Cat out of Moorhead, Minnesota, will be Ross Erdman. Our 18th qualifier in the back row on the 537 Polaris out of Hartford, Wisconsin, will be Ryan Faust. Our 17th qualifier on the 552 Arctic Cat out of Bemidji, Minnesota, will be Matt Feel. And rounding out the back row on in the 16th place on the 117 Polaris out of Stevens Point, Wisconsin, Andy Wenzloff. In the 3rd row, thank you for the compliment. We're trying. 3rd row, our 15th qualifier, driving the number 52 Arctic Cat out of Dilworth, Minnesota. That's Ree Wadena. 14th qualifier, the 473 Polaris out of Rubicon, Wisconsin, is Travis Faust. Our 13th qualifier in the 3rd row, driving the 187 Pro Factory 6 Polaris out of Fergus Falls, Minnesota, is Charles Revering. Our 12th place qualifier in the 3rd row, driving the number 28 Polaris out of Scandia, Minnesota. He did take our Pro Vets division today. Will he repeat in the Pro Factory 6? We're talking about the 28 of Buston, Justin Tate. Our 11th qualifier, driving the number 99 Arctic Cat out of Thief River Falls, Minnesota. That is Chad Leon. Let's move to the 2nd row. Our 10th qualifier, driving the number 5 Skidoo of Dylan Dorn. Our 9th qualifier, the 101 Polaris out of Fergus Falls, Minnesota, is Dan Revering. Our 8th qualifier in the 2nd row, driving the number 17 Arctic Cat out of Hanover, Minnesota, is David Brown. Our 7th qualifier, driving the 231 Arctic Cat out of Thief River Falls, Minnesota, is Benjamin Langas. And our 6th qualifier on the Polaris out of Roseau, Minnesota, as Alex Hattin. Now, the front row. All eyes on the front row. The top 5 coming into this final. Our 5th qualifier, driving the 312 Arctic Cat into Eagle River, Wisconsin, is Zach Herfindahl. Our 4th qualifier, the 56 Arctic Cat, is Gunnar Arlaud. Top 3, driving the number 14 Polaris out of Kindred, North Dakota is Taylor Bunky, our second qualifier. Driving the number 15, Articat, all the way out of Granby, Colorado, captured the win yesterday. Will he repeat? The number 15 is Wes Selby. And our top qualifier in this Pros Factory 6, brought to you by Polaris Industries, on the Articat out of Manneman, Minnesota. The 525 is Dylan Stevens. 4 rows of talent, 10 laps, 100 miles. The Okoboji 100 is about to be lit. Mandatory fuel stop. The drivers are going to have to come in refuel. You can see out there by the Bikeman Performance banner the opening and the exit of the fueling gate. And that we saw yesterday made the big difference in our race finale. And a little bit later on, we're going to see if we can't get Vince Van Slyke and Paul Brown to come on up in the announcing booth and have a little talk about what just happened out there today. But we'll wait until Mr. Van Slyke gets back. So, let's watch for it. Our chief flagman, Chad Bjornby, on his way to the starting grid to get them lined up.
So go have fun. I really couldn't care less, and you can give it my best, but just know I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I don't want press to put your name next to mine. We're on different lines, so I wanna be nice enough. They don't call my bluff, cause I hate to find articles, rather you remain unremarkable. Got a lot of interviews. When they say your name, I just act confused. Did you have fun? I really couldn't care less, and you could give them my best, but just know I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm sorry. I don't think I caught your name. I'm sorry. I don't think I caught your name. I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
Alt Nation Music Directors vote. We count. It's a nice setup. This is the Alt 18 with Madison.
Maybe you heard yourself introducing Michelle a few minutes ago. Maybe that was you. If you want to be on the Alt 18, record a voice memo and send it to altnation@SiriusXM.com. It's that easy. It's that easy. All right, you just heard number 16. Number 16. We've only just begun. Billie Eilish returning to the countdown from January 9th. Therefore, I Am is 16. Coming up.
Polaris
We're
Industries
going to hear a song that you guys have been requesting like crazy. It finally made
Pro
it to the countdown,
Factory
and we're gonna hear
600
one of
main
you
event is
introducing
staging up.
that
4
song.
lanes
They're
of
a trio
drivers.
from New Jersey. You know who I'm talking about? But first, really psyched that this made the countdown. It's Kenny Hoopla and Madison's favorite drummer of all existence, Travis Barker. Here's Estella. It's your number 15 song on the Alt 18 countdown. A debut.
Quite busy out there at this point. And again, I was just trying to remind you race fans, in this 10-lap, 100-mile main event, the drivers are going to have to come in and fuel.
the Alt 18 on Alt Nation. Number 14.
Under starters orders, we take one last look. I'm going to set the microphone down and let's listen and watch. And everybody gets it out cleanly. Dylan Stevens, your pole sitter today. Wes Selby in that front row. Taylor Bunky. Third on the line. Fourth on the line was Gunnar Arlow. And fifth was Zach Hervendahl. Those are our top five up front. And everybody is clean racing right now. Paul Brown, perfect timing right now if you have the time. We'll get you back out there before they come back around. All right, while our pros are taken to that back 3-mile stretch, having an opportunity to catch up with Vince Van Slyke and Paul Brown, our 1-2 competitors in the Semi-Pro Factory 6. Paul, yesterday in the semi-pro, you worked your way up to take the lead. Today it was second. There was a little controversy at the start. You want to walk us through what happened?
Yeah, I was just trying to time the start, and I went probably a millisecond a little bit too early, so I got black flagged, which nobody really has clarified what that really means in this circuit, so I didn't really know what to do, so I let the first two people behind me go past, and I decided to keep going after that.
Well, our race director agreed with your decision-making to take the penalty, and so that clearly put you back in third. Now you had your work cut out for you.
Yeah, snow dust was terrible out there, and I just couldn't see anything, so I just tried to stay with the top two and be there when the mistake came, and finally came on the last lap and hit the pass in a couple last corners.
Let's talk about that last pass.
There's a marker down, so I came in, I saw the marker down, so I checked up and took that line, and we came into the second to last corner side by side, and he tried to push me out, and I cut underneath and got in front of him.
So it was just clean, aggressive racing.
That's what I'd say.
Oftentimes we're like, wait a minute, I was here first. Well, that doesn't matter in motorsports racing. It's the clean line. You tucked under, you did it right, and got yourself a podium finish up to second from having to take that two sled penalty, which is a huge kudos. So, a first yesterday, a second today. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with the start, but we'll try and come back next weekend or 2 weekends from now.
Well, let's just one more time, though. I mean, there's a huge effort behind your racing. You've had a great weekend. Who do you want to thank?
Articat, Mike Coletti, CNA Pro Skis, Fly Racing, Woody's Traction, my shock shop in Big Lake. They do all of our shocks. They're amazing. And my mom and my dad.
Very nice to have you here. Congratulations on a great weekend. You're going to go up and capture some paycheck. That can't hurt either. Good to see you, my friend. That was Paul Brown. He qualified third to go into the final on a jump start. Had to drop himself back 2 positions, but fought his way all the way back up to second position, but not quite fast enough to catch Vince Van Slyke. Vince, yesterday it was an opposite battle between you and Brown and Mr. Brown and you getting you in that last lap. Today you weren't going to let that happen again, were you?
No, I got a good jump on the start again, and then going into the corner on the very first lap where I made the mistake yesterday, and Paul went under me. I was like, oh no, now I'm going to have to chase him for 6 laps. And then I saw he got the black flag, and I wasn't sure if they were pointing at me or him, and then it looked like it was at him. So like, okay, that makes my life a little bit easier. But I mean, the 2 guys behind me, they were all over me the whole time too, so it wasn't an easy race by any means. Had a little track derailment one time and kept it wide open, went back on, and here we are.
We'll take that as a victory right there. Yeah, a clean start is so critical. And so, I mean, you earned this podium finish, hands down. And I don't know if you saw, but that battle going on between Bussey and Brown was kind of holding Brown up and giving you some smooth sailing. Could you feel any mounting pressure on him?
Yeah, especially at these last corners here. My sled doesn't seem to work super great in the tight corners, but I look back behind me and they were right on me. It's like, oh man, I got to get going somehow. And I think Marshall had an issue the last lap too, so he dropped back a little bit and that kind of helped out too. So
can't complain whatsoever. Yesterday was, I'm sure, a pretty sweet second place, but it had to make you hungry because you were going into that last lap out in front and just happened in the last lap and moved you back to second. Today would not be the case. Today, all the way top qualifier, all the way to the win. Big purse, $2,500. That can't hurt. Congratulations. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, again, I have to thank Alex Atine and their whole family for helping me out so much with this. Girlfriends here, my parents for helping out. The club helped out a lot this weekend too. They put on an awesome race. It's been a great venue. Fox Shocks, Woody's, Brand Manufacturing, Buffalo Trucking. Anybody else that I forgot? And Polaris, of course. So.
Of course, Polaris. That's kind of a good idea. Might want to mention them. You also might want to thank the fans because we appreciate everything you did this week.
Yeah, it's been great. There's so many people out here on the track, and that's fun going by them, seeing them cheer you on and everything. So that's been fun too. So thanks for everybody for coming out.
Congratulations, my friend. 1-2, 2-1. 1-2 for Brown. 2-1 for Vince Van Slyke. Congratulations, my friend. One lap down. I'll give you that order on the second lap since I was too busy chatting with our other fellas. It was quite important we had that talk with Mr. Brown and Mr. Van Slyke. Those two have just been so much fun to watch today, or this weekend. If you look across the track, you see over by that Bikeman Performance banner. Those are the pit crews for the Pro 600s. They'll be refueling their drivers as they come through. Mandatory fuel stop. Going to make for some interesting dynamics in the order of event today.
Alt Nation songs of the week, according to you. This is the Alt 18 with Madison.
You guys happy? You happy now? You happy about the happy fits? What? So good, right? It made it. I was nervous it was going to make it. And then I'd be hearing complaints from you guys. Yeah, you guys did it. You voted like crazy. You tweeted us at Alt Nation. You tweeted me at Radio Madison. You harassed me, but I didn't mind. That trio from New Jersey, they're so good. The Happy Fits hold me down. Brand new on the countdown. Brand new on the countdown. A strong debut at number 12. Coming up, we're going to hear a listener introduce a song from Sir Sly. Remember, you can be on the Alt 18 too. Record yourself in a voice memo requesting the song and send it to altnation@SiriusXM.com. Now we do number 11, brand new on the countdown. I didn't think I could love a song as much as Posthumorous. I was wrong. It's my boy, Gus Dapperton. This is Medicine, and it's number 11 on the Alt 18 countdown with me, Madison.
We do have the official results in for our trail division. Trail division drivers, listen up. We should have already had Travis Longton on the Arctic Cat up there for the Classic division. Ryan Derrick up there in his Polaris on the 232. And when I say up there, I'm talking about up at Snappers to get your awards. Ryan Derrick, you should be up there, and Adam Longton, you should have made your way up there. Now to the trail. 5th place overall driving the 246 Yamaha was Nick Thompson. 4th place overall on the 227 Skidoo was Nicholas Wenninger. Our top 3, here they are. These 3 should report up to Snappers to get your award and your payout. And do that now, please. Driving the number 7 Yamaha is Mark Miller. The 152, 2nd place overall for the week on the Skidoo was Andrew Sullivan. And then our winner, our champion for the weekend in the Power Mad Trail Division, the number 14 of Jonathan Eggleston. So Eggleston, Sullivan, and Mark Miller, please make your way up to get your trophies and your payout. And here come our race leaders. Down the front straightaway goes. It was Steven Selby and then the 312 of Zach Herfindahl. Way too early in the game to be calling our winners or our leaders yet. I'm going to let this open up just a little bit. Then we'll let you know. There goes the 101 of Revering.
10.
And it looks like we're already getting fuel stops taken care of. 99 of Chad Leanne decided to come in and fuel early. 3 drivers have come in to fuel early. So 3 of our 19 drivers have already come in for fuel. There's some strategy, I'm certain, in that.
Some things are hard to get, some nights they I regret, and cleaning up the mess. 'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. But we're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try. 'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. We're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try. So caught up, I've got my back against the wall.
Here comes the number 17 of David Brown in for a fuel stop. Just got that sled stopped.
Some nights they I regret, when cleaning up the mess. 'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. But we're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try. 'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. But we're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try.
1999, so yeah, we all crying, we all hold on to what we can for a song. Yeah, let me get a little technical. You gotta understand, you gotta love the world. We gotta work together and make each other whole.
'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. But we're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try. 'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. But we're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try. 'Cause we're all just broken people and we don't know why. But we're keeping it together 'cause we gotta try.
This is the Alt 18 on Alt Nation. Number 9.
I've been waiting on a war since I was young.
So, our early race leaders, the 525 of Dylan Stevens. Second place, Taylor Bunky. Third place, 56 of Garnon Arloud. Fourth place, the 312 of Zach Herfindahl. Fifth was Wes Selby, the number 15. Sixth, Alex Hattin, the 154. Seventh, Dan Revering. Eighth place, Chad Leanne. Ninth place, Charles Revering. And 10th place, Justin Tate. In the 11th spot right now is the number 5 of Dylan Dorr. The 311 is Ross Erdman. The number 52 is Rewa Dina on the 14th position. 15th position is the 552 of Matt Field.
Just waiting on a war. Every day waiting for the sky to fall.
right, here we go. Dylan Stevens crosses through. Our race leader. Then the look back to Taylor Bunky running into two spots. Then Wes Selby the third. Gunnar Harloud running fourth now. Zach Herfindahl running fifth. I'm sorry, that's Wes Selby running fifth. Alex and, Wes Selby hasn't even crossed. I'm sorry, fifth was Alex Dean. Seventh is currently running as Charles Revering. Dan Revering on the 101 is currently eighth. Tate on the move up is moved up into ninth place. Dylan Dorn into 10th place. Radina is now 11th, and Andy Wentzlaff 12th. And who went in? Dylan Dorn goes in for an early fuel stop. And Matt Field also went in for a fuel stop.
Alt Nation music directors vote. We count. It's a nice setup. This is the Alt 18 with Madison.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. Hey, how you doing? I'm Radio Madison on Twitter. You can tweet me there. Follow me on Instagram, Alt Madison. I love you. I hope you're well and you're calm. You just heard number 9. Number 9, the Foo Fighters. I play a lot of them on Lithium, Channel 34, by the way. That is a song called Waiting on a War, debuting at number 9 on the countdown. We're halfway there. Their new album, Medicine at Midnight, is
11th was Rewadina right now. 12th is Andy Wentzlaff. 13th is the 552 of Matt Field. Chad Leon running 14th. 15th position running right now is the 311 of Ross Erdman. Then comes Travis Faust in 16th position.
This is Kilby Girl from Backseat Lovers, one of my faves of the past year. It's number 8 on the Alt 18 countdown.
We're both throwing smoke into the night. It's raining, I suppose you need a ride. She said, I've got nothing to do, and neither do you. There's a place down the road where we can waste the whole afternoon. I overheard that she was 19. She's got a fake ID and a nose ring. Those kind of girls tend to know things better than I do. And I'm dying to figure out what she's hiding. Just playing it cool, but she's lying better than I do.
I have in my hand the official results of our Semi-Pro 600 Factory 6 final. 20th position was the 324 of Aston Dowsey. 19th was the number 3 of Blaze Potacek. 18th was the 217 of Braden Sillerud. 17th was the 533 of Dalton Halverson. 16th was the 450 of Todd Severson. 15th overall, the 650 was Mitch Sebastian. 14th was the 336 of Nichols Nyquist. 13th overall was the 66 of Dayton Moyle. 12th overall was the 523 of Grant Weber. 11th overall was Ryan Bosek. Here's your top 10. 10th overall, Semi-Pro Factory 600 on the Polaris out of Walker, Minnesota. That's the 107 of Braden Walter. 9th place overall, driving the 196 Skidoo out of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, is Craig Ritzinger. 8th place overall, driving the 143 Arctic Cat out of Fox Lake, Wisconsin is Cody Wolter, our 7th place finisher. Driving the 326 Arctic Cat out of Fox Lake, Wisconsin. 326 is Dustin Schwant. And 6th place overall, the 223 Arctic Cat out of Thief River Falls, Minnesota of Abe Olson. Here are your top 5. Semi-Pro 600 Factory Final. 5th place overall, driving the 188. Out of Roseau, Minnesota is Evan Heppel. 4th place overall, the 874 Polaris out of Roseau, Minnesota of Bo Bunky. Looks like David Brown now just went in for a walkthrough. Oh, it looks like Brown is saying that's not happening. Yeah, he gave us the choke.
You drive on this alternative rad. The most popular Alt Nation songs.
So back to that Semi-Pro 600.
The Alt 18 continues. Number 7.
4th place overall was the 874 Polaris out of Roseau, Minnesota, Bo Bunky. Here are your top 3 podiums. Driving the 711 Polaris out of Green Bay, Wisconsin was Marshall Bussey. Our 2nd place overall, driving the 173 Arctic Cat out of Hanover, Minnesota, that was Paul Brown. And our champion on the number 81 Polaris out of Brainerd, Minnesota, Vince Van Slyke. Here come our race leaders. There goes Dylan Stevens. Look at this commanding lead that he has got. We're actually looking for Ryan Faust. If he is back up into the pit area or anybody has any idea where he is, will you please let us know? We have not caught him. Taylor Bunky going through for 2nd. Wes Selby going through for 3rd. There's Gunnar Arloud. He's going to go in for fuel. So Zach Herpendaller will move up. Alex Satine, 5th. Wes Selby, 6th. Charles Revering, 7th.
I got a skeleton under the floorboard. I got a secret I need you to keep. Run away, you have been forewarned. I don't wanna go off in the deep. If we don't do something, we'll be stuck up in the mud again. Don't wanna mess it up, cause I want everything and nothing other. I got a feeling when they're walking on the ceiling that the people need a healing when they know. Tell me what you trying to hide.
Into the pits goes the 101 of Dan Revering right now.
Cause I got a surprise. We might not make it to the morning. So go on.
Into the fuel stop, I might say. Dan Revering comes in for fuel and a change of goggles. Yeah, a little action going on there in our fuel stops. We had a slight ignite, but quickly we got that extinguished. So this puts Gunnar Arloud in our 3rd position, Zach Herfindahl in 4th, Alex Satine in 5th, Wes Selby in 6th, Justin Tate up to 7th, Charles Revering 8th, Dan Revering in the pits lit is the 101 in 9th, and then Andy Wetzloff in the top 10. And Revering says, no big deal, going back out. Got his attention though, certainly got ours.
Your hands dirty. So go and get your hands dirty.
Sourced from members of the Alt Nation, like you. This is the Alt 18. Number 6.
We started talking about devotion, the kind that goes on eternally. And I tell her I'm in love with her, but how can I know that I'll always be? She just said, is it true, is it true? Tell me now, it's a promise I can't make, and I won't validate. Was I in some kind of mood? I don't know, I don't care. I'm sleeping in my room, here I am, back again, since my I was happy just listening, no intention to be mentioning. We started talking about the future, not the notion I was motioning. I'm just so terrified to face up, like any moment I wake up, 'cause she's the only thing I think of. I told my mother that I love her. She just said, is it true, is it true? Tell me now, it's a promise I can't make, and I won't validate. Was I being immature? I don't know, I don't care. Now I'm sleeping in my room, here I am, back again, since my I said,
Hey, it's Chris from Colorado Springs, Colorado. I want to hear Sir Sly's Material Boy, because I'm just a material boy living in a material world.
Number 5.
I love material, but everything I love so quickly falls apart. Keep it to myself and in my heart. And I'm only as sick as my secrets. So baby, tell me what is my weakness. I call it therapy. She's sending me through a circle to sort it out. I got my foot in my mouth. My medicine stopped working for my sick soul. Under the pressure I fold. Now I opened up my heart and found a spiritual void.
Dylan Stevens just way out there in front right now, putting some space. I don't think Dylan's come in for fuel yet, however. That might make for some interesting racing. Taylor Bunky now has made his way up into that 2-spot. Wes Selby, and they both, Bunky and Selby, come in for fuel.
Deeply American, which is to say I'm deeply ashamed. I wonder what the world would say. And I'm probably safe from my secrets. Politically
Dylan Stevens, the early race leader, is still out in front. Let's give you your top 10. Dylan Stevens, your race leader. 14 of Taylor Monkey, second. Zach Herfindahl, third. Alex Hattin, fourth. Wes Selby, fifth. Gunnar Arloud, sixth. Tate is now up to seventh. Charles Revering to eighth. Andy Wenslop up to ninth. And Ree Wadida, ninth, or 10th rather. We could use our semi-pro 600 factory drivers, Marshall Bussey, Paul Brown, and Vince Van Slyke, to run up real quick to collect your check and your trophies. They're ready for you up at Snappers.
Alt Nation songs of the week, according to you. This is the Alt 18 with Madison.
Hey, that's me. Hi, Radio Madison Twitter, Radio Madison Facebook, Alt Madison Instagram, and we are just Alt Nation. So that was Sir Sly, up one from last week, former number one. I think it's their best song ever. Material Boy means a lot. Very meaningful song. It's number 5. I'm excited for my girl, Holly Humberstone. She's got a massive climb this week, like 11 spots. You're going to hear her in a few minutes. Plus, you're going to hear somebody introducing Missio. So Missio still to come. Number 4 this week on the Alt 18 Countdown. Up one from last week, it's Mansionaire and Nombe. They met a few years ago on the Alt Nation Advanced Placement Tour. Yes, we brought them together like matchmakers. Here's Guillotine. It's number 4 on the Alt 18 Countdown.
Yeah. I got 1, 2, 99 problems and a cig in my hand, it ain't one. And I'm trying to quit, but I can't as I flick through the gram like I'm staring on the barrel of a gun. The tip of the iceberg melt in the sun. A glimpse of the climate change getting warm. Little old me, that's the eye of the storm. Wish I could turn my mind off for a month. Take my head away from me, Antoinette, sweet Marie, chop it off, squeaky clean. I got thoughts nobody needs down below.
So the story unfolding is Dylan Stevens, our race leader, I don't believe has come in for fuel yet. So that's going to, that might change the dynamics of things, but he seems to be like pulling clear and head and shoulders above the rest right now, but a lot of things can change in a fuel stop. Currently running second, Taylor Monkey. Third, Zach Herfindahl. Currently running fourth, the 154 of Alex Hattin. Fifth is the 15 of Wes Selby. Sixth is Gunnar Arnaud. The 187 is Charles Revering. 28 is Justin Tate. The 117 running ninth is Andy Wenslop. And our top 10, the number 52 of Ree Wadina. All right, let's have a look at our race leader now. Dylan Stevens, when will he come in for fuel?
Alt 18 on Alt Nation. Number 3.
A look at your race leader, Dylan Stevens. There he is. He is Not coming in for fuel yet. There goes Taylor Bunky through the traps. And Alex Hatteen on the 154 is going to go in for fuel now. Currently running third. He's got quite a bit of breathing room, but I don't know. There's a look at Gunnar Arnaud right now. And Hatteen got out of the fuel stop, but Gunnar got by him. So Hatteen lost a position by virtue of the fuel stop. There goes Justin Tate, and then Zach Herfindahl and Wes Selby. All right, so reset the race order. Dylan Stevens, your race leader. Taylor Bunky, then Gunnar Arnaud, then Alex Hatteen, then Zach Herfindahl in the 5 spot. Justin Tate in the 6th spot. Wes Selby in the 7th. Andy Wetzlaff in the 8th. Chad Leon in the 9th spot. Ross Erdman 10th. Charles Revering 11th. Travis Faust on the 473 running in 12th. 13th is Ree Wadena, and the 14th position is the number 5 of Dylan Dorn. I want to remind you that our race leader, Dylan Stevens, has yet to come in for fuel.
This is Andrew representing the Missio Mafia in New Orleans. My vote for this week's Alt 18 is Can You Feel the Sun?
Number 2.
Round 5 today. I'm going to let you know who our top 3. I'm going to let you know all of the race order. And then our top 3, we're ready for you to get you your checks and your awards. Let's talk about our Expert Sport Hunter Limited. You know, let's just wait till the racers come by. How's that sound? Because there's a good look at your early race leader of Dylan Stevens. And Dylan Stevens is yet to get fuel. There's Dylan Stevens, and again, he has not taken fuel yet. When will he come in? Not yet. Taylor Bunky says he's going to keep rolling.
Our weekly stroll through the most popular Alt Nation songs is almost complete.
No.
17 down, 1 more to go.
So our top 2 have not come in for fuel yet.
It is yours because you voted and you tweeted and you recorded yourself in a voice memo requesting songs, so that's cool. Let's do
There's
the
a
top
look
3.
at Gunnar Arloud,
Do the top
currently
3
running in
because
the
I love
3.
Holly Humberstone. I
And
love
then
her so
Alex
much.
Satine
She started
running
out
in the
with
4th
Alt Nation
spot.
back in the
Both of
summer.
those drivers,
Here she
to
is
our
at
knowledge,
number
have come in
3,
for fuel.
up 11
Taylor Bunky and Dylan
from
Stevens have not yet.
last week, I guess. Holly Humberstone falling asleep at the wheel.
There's
Your number
Justin
2
Payne.
song, down 1 from last week. Sorry, I miss you, Mafia. Down 1.
Zach
Can you
Herfindahl has made
feel
his
the
way up
sun,
to
number
5th.
2.
Tate
And
is
here we go.
slowly
It's like a
digressing
flip-flop.
now.
Up
He
1
was
from
making up
last
time,
week.
and now he's falling
14
back.
weeks on the countdown.
So I don't know if that's a
5th time
mechanical
at number
thing, but
1. Hello,
Herfindahl
Governor.
5th, Tate 6th,
Hello,
Wes
Bastille.
Selby 7th.
Your number 1 song this week is Bastille Surviving. That's what we're trying to do here, right? It's number 1 on the Alt 18. Bye, everybody.
Andy Wenslop, he was running 8th, is going in for fuel. Wenslop is told he's got to do a fire drill. Oh, man, a little runner on the sled.
What can I say? I'm surviving. Calling out these sheets to see another day. What can I say? I'm surviving. And I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I think I'll be fine. Ooh, yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Like a thundercloud in November rain, is the black dog out running wild again for you? For you. Trying to stream my way to a better life, but a daydream crashed like vanilla sky to you. To you. 'Cause I'm not gonna lie and say I've been alright. 'Cause it feels like I've been living upside down. What can I say? I'm surviving. Calling out these sheets to see another day. What can I say? I'm surviving. And I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I think I'll be fine.
driving second place, driving the number 36 Articat was Mike Carver, and our champion in our Masters 50 Plus was the 190 Articat of John Arneson. So Derek Close, Mike Carver, and John Arneson, you are asked to make your way on up to Snappers to get your trophies right now and your payout. Now let's move to our Sport 600 stock. 15th overall was the 251 of Trent Ryerson. 14th overall was the 222 of Conley Carrier. 13th was the 399 of Scott McCall. 12th place was the 339 of Morgan Nyquist. 11th overall was the 295 of Keelan Downs. Here's your top 10. 10th overall was the 402 of Savannah Landrus. 9th place was the 69 of Cal Lewis. 8th place was the 153 of Maguire Stanlesowski. 7th place was the 444 of Lydia Sobek. 6th place was the number 7 of Leah Bauer. Here's your top 5. Driving the number 88, 5th overall in the Sports 600 stock on the Articat was Dawson Deason. 4th place overall on the number 21 Polaris was Carter Hulke. Here's your top 3. Your 3rd place overall driving the 228 Polaris was Luke Van Lissel. 2nd place was the 136 Articat of Jesse Hallstrom. And your top competitor on the number 190 Sports 600 stock on the Articat was John Arneson. So we need Luke Van Lissel, Jesse Hallstrom, and John Arneson to make your way up to Snappers Restaurant and Lounge area where you are going to get your trophies and your payout. Okay, here's a look at our race leader. We'll see if he's going to come in for fuel. He is. Our race leader now coming in for fuel. I'm talking about the 525 of Dylan Stevens. Now I'm wondering if Wes Selby on the 15, Tanner Bunke on the 14, who's now just coming around, also has not taken fuel. If he is going to try to take this time and make up ground or he's coming in for fuel. So our 1, 2 are coming in for fuel. Taylor Bunke in for fuel. Dylan Stevens in for fuel. Dylan Stevens gets out of there. And now that gave Gunnar Arlaud the opportunity to climb out in front of Bunke as he came slow out of the pit. So now Arnaud has moved to our 2nd spot. So our race lead remains the same. Dylan Stevens got through that fuel stop. Taylor Bunke came in for the fuel stop, came out now in 3rd. Gunnar Arlaud is up to 2nd. Then comes Hatine 4th. Herfindahl 5th. Justin Tate 6th. Wes Selby 7th. And Jesse now coming in. Justin Tate comes in for his fuel stop. Tate trying to get out of the pit clean. And Tate re-enters, having not lost a position, but coming after him is Chad Leanne. And Leanne right up onto the bumper of Tate. Wes Selby running 7th, Leanne 8th, Erdman 9th, Travis Fowles 10th, Charles Revering 11th.
Hey, hello, it's Sunday with me, Kate, on Alt Nation. Welcome to the show. Happy you can join me here today. A lot of your favorite...
Here comes our race leader.
Block, including
He'll be picking up the white flag with one to go.
Cannons, even the Killers, often floating the Mirage. I am at Cage Show on Twitter if you want to reach out and say hello today. Let's get it all started with New Kings of Leon off their upcoming album, When You See Yourself, due out in mid-March. We're a couple months
So
away
Dylan
from it.
Stevens came into this, our pole sitter, and he has just dominated. He's got one lap to make it stick. Already has been through fuel. One lap to go for Dylan Stevens. And here's a look at second place of Gunnar Arloud. Gunnar trying to reel him in. Then third of Taylor Bunky. Long look back to fourth. There it is. Alex Hattin. There's Zach Herfindahl, currently running fifth. Wes Selby now up to sixth. And Tate just off the pace. He was so fast at the early laps of this race. Made his way all the way up. And now he is slowly fading just a bit. Not sure if that's a mechanical fade. There's Tate, currently running seventh. Oh, wait a minute now. So, Wes Selby actually running sixth, Erdman seventh, Chad Leon eighth, Tate ninth, Travis Faust 10th, Charles Revering, 11th. There's Ree Wadena, currently running 12th. Dylan Nord running 13th. Andy Wenslaff currently 14th, Dan Revering 15th.
Scared to face the man I am. I said you got me where you want me again, and I can't turn away. I'm hanging by a thread and I'm feeling like a ball. I'm stuck here in between the shadows of my yesterday. I wanna get away, I need to get away. Now you know, yeah, you got my back against the
One last look of your race leader as he comes through the chicanes. He's got company, but I don't know if there's going to be enough time here. Gunnar Arlau trying to reel in our race leader, but Dylan Stevens came into this thing, our top qualifier. One more lap to go. Slides out, sees the checkered flag. Denied. Dylan Stevens will take the win. Gunnar Arnott, great run in second. He's got to be happy. Great run there by Gunnar. The look back here to Taylor Bunky. There's Taylor going through. for our third place finish. And all of these are unofficial. I cannot stress that enough. These are unofficial finishes. There's the fourth of Alex Hattin. Fifth of Zach Herfindaller. Sixth of Wes Selby.
Hey guys, this is Samir Gadia from Young the Giant. I'm constantly looking for exciting, new, up-and-coming alternative artists from diverse backgrounds to feature every day on Point of Origin. Keep listening for my next Point of Origin song of the week right here on Alt Nation.
Justin Tate will come across seventh. Ross Erdman will come across. Oh, I'm sorry. Tate off. Actually, Ross Erdman up to seventh. Then Justin Tate eighth. Then Chad Leon ninth. Ninth was Chet Leon. 10th was Travis Faust. 11th was Charles Revering. 12th was Ree Wadena. 13th was Dylan Dorn. Semi-pros for that final, we need you to head up. Marshall Bussey, Paul Brown, and Vince Van Slyke. We need you to go up for your, get your trophies and get your payout. Marshall Bussey, Paul Brown, and Vince Van Slyke, you must be present to get paid. So we are letting our tech inspectors have a look through the machinery, and then we will be giving you official results. Everything that I called was completely unofficial. I just called it as it came across the line. So everybody take a big old deep breath, hang tight. We'll let you all know when we know. JT, Justin Tate, swing by the announcing booth.
Do you turn down Alt Nation in the car when you're lost? Please, don't do that.
I've tried going against my own soul's warning, but in the end, something just didn't feel right. Oh, I tried down even though the sky was stormy. I just wanted to get back to where you are.
Sunday Funday with me, Cade, on Alt Nation. You know, I've been curious about the other songs that Michigander has out. So last night while I was kind of laying around